Hello, how's everyone doing? Hello, Midnight, Blues, Jacob, how you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Man, back to Honkai Star Rail. Back to my comfort game. Okay, wait a minute. I remember something very important, which somehow I forgot to do. I still haven't completed the hangouts with Sirini. So I got the silent treatment. What are you talking about? I just started.
The wild wind carries with it the
Scent
scent of rust.
I surely do feel it after the night shifts, yes.
Over here, look! The reflection on the water is super cute, isn't it?
Whose reflection do you mean? Yours, mine? There's no difference either way. We're both natural beauties. But these reflections always makes me wonder which is the real me. The one reflecting the water or the one standing on the shore. Don't mind me. It's just some whimsical fantasies. Every kid has a wild imagination, you know. Well then, what should we do now? Something meaningful. Okay, there's a whole plate of fresh fruit. Little joys like this always make me smile. They remind me that the world's still bustling, still full of people doing their best to live. I know what you mean. Then how about a little warm-up? I imagine someone close to Kalos suddenly disappears. Imagine someone close to Kalos suddenly disappears. What the fuck? No! No, come back, please! No! Just like now, what would you do? Cry about it? Well... Where did you go? Just kidding, the mood felt right, so I thought I'd play a little hide and seek. Here's a hint, I'm right next to you. Bullshit, what are you talking about? Right next to me? You glance around. The Sacrament Courtyard. The Sacrament Courtyard, the threshing grounds, the beach, but there is no sign of Serene. Just the soft rustle of wind through the quiet village. Until your eyes return to the tree, the swing the pond, and the scarecrow she gave you when you first met. Okay. Scarecrow, that's me. Yeah, knew you'd find me. Hide and seek's the best way to see if two people are truly connected. It's like memories, they might fade with time, but they never really go away. When the heart is stirred, those moments return, more vivid and more beautiful than before. I see. Maybe next time we head out on a journey, it won't be me playing hide and seek with Kalos. It'll be fate, just out of reach. But I believe, no matter how many times Kalos will always... But that's too heavy a thought for a place like Ides Elysia. Let's go back to hide and seek. Now it's my turn to find you, okay? I'll hide somewhere you'll never find me. Don't keep me waiting too long. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Now where did it go? Hiding in some corner? Waiting for me to come find it?
It has multiple ones. You need to teleport out the world and to start another one. Yeah, I know that, Jacob. I have played the game. It still has Elysia's quirkiness. Has reminded me in every universe. I know how Elysia was in Honkai Impact 3 too. Yeah, I'm glad she's basically the same character, but you know, Greek now. And another universe, you know, Honkai Star Rail. More memory crystals. Okay, I do have the fucking message from Guess Who, I suppose. Yeah, okay, Sparkle. Kalos, help Pom-Pom. Pom-Pom noticed something weird's got into the express, so Pom-Pom chased it into the engine room. Come and save Pom-Pom. Who are you again? What are you talking about? Pom-Pom is Pom-Pom, conductor of the express. Pom-Pom broke the comms device during Pom-Pom's routine inspection, so Pom-Pom had to change to a temporary account of Pom-Pom's. I suspect you're Sparkle. Because you're spamming too many Pom-Poms. No one can get inside the engine room. No one can infiltrate the express. That's a lie. No one can get inside the engine room. Well, you're spamming too many Pom-Poms, actually, for one. Oh, I see. My plan of being loyal to the character ended up backfiring. My mistake. Yeah. Being exposed so quickly is just embarrassing. You get what you deserve, you fucking actor. And Sora's hell too. Yeah, we're getting normal Elysia soon enough. I've done a lot of them, but I wonder how many more these are of Serene's events. Well, it remains to be seen. Bring it on. Let's see who streaks home next time. You're still starting to sound like a broken record with our term. Yep. How can you call having fun making trouble? That's my fun. I'm laughing, aren't I? Have you never heard the phrase, a bit of fun a day keeps a masked fool away? Masked fools prefer to stir up things in life that are inherently boring, making them more wonderful. Alright, I've got things to do. If you don't want me back, I won't come back. Let me know next time if you have something fun coming up. Yeah. This account has been deleted. Yeah, okay. So until you get a side quest. I forgot about it and didn't do any single one. That is its final one, I see. I must not have gotten to it yet. If it triggers a side quest, I haven't done that yet. It has a side quest? I don't think I haven't unlocked a side quest. Hello. And you are? That's right, I'm your favorite trash can. Your fiery passion has ignited my trashy heart that has laid dormant for so long. What kind of plot is this? The trash can is messaging me to express their heartfelt feelings. What kind of plot is this? This is nothing to be surprised by. My brethren, love can move mountains and fill the oceans. Love can transcend the borders between humans and trash. I'm no longer just a regular trash can. I am now a burning trash can. Okay. Underneath my exterior as cold as steel, my heart burns brightly and brilliantly like fireworks. Sparkle, what are you playing at now? I'm not Sparkle, I'm just a trash with a passion like trash that has a passion like fire. I cannot believe that you mistook me for someone else. This is heartbreaking. You are a horrible person. I no longer believe in love. Goodbye. Try better acting next time. Wow. Then looks after you finished all the Sirene's hangout events. Looks like I'm gonna do that then. What are you, Oh, you were right. You were right. Crap, there is a side quest. So it was the final one. Man, it was the final one. Oh. Now we cannot... I suppose we cannot hang out with her. Like, we cannot hang out anymore with her until well, the next chapter of the story. But then again, that's not very much of a hangout. I guess you could say until her banner comes. Strange, where did I drop it? Oh, careless. I want to do something meaningful. We could hang around here and get to know this place better. I don't feel like doing anything right now. We could hang around here and get you to know this place better. It's the same one. It is the same one. But this time it's forced to actually make a choice. We'll hang around here. I've yet to speak, but I see you've learned to take the initiative. You're all settled into Ides Elysiae now, aren't you? It's just... Sorry, this is a bad time. I think I've lost something very important. Sorry, I can't really explain it, but I don't know what I've lost. Yet I feel an inexplicable sense of loss, and I feel like I should be searching. The more I think about it, the older it gets. How about we ponder this matter over a walk? Sure. Ripples... to rise again. I guess... Who should I change to? I cannot believe I'm changing myself, but you know what? Let's change myself.
Look, ripples! Come on, reel it in! Please!
You're always so patient with me, slowly collecting all these beautiful moments together. I'm also very patient when fishing. I'm also very patient when listening to stories. I'm willing to be patient as long as I'm with you. I guess the last one is truly appropriate. As long as I have people that I like beside me, I'm willing to be patient. My wife. Christ. It's a new circle. It's a new circle. Think about the fact that it's a new circle. Okay. Her VA in Japanese is better in this than English ones. Yeah, personal. Yeah, exactly. Personal preference. Yeah, more or less. Before we know it, so much has happened. Yeah. Man, I didn't even plan this, but only a few days before the new chapter, I ended up doing this quest, which is basically the final quest with Cyrene before the, well, before the new, whatever new comes. Plant fly. Oh, yeah, I forgot to plan. Are there more around this stage? Perhaps I need to search for more.
Oh, you like the view here? Then let me get a good look too, so I can remember the places you like.
This place, I must admit, I've mulled over it for quite some time now. Is this somewhere I should be familiar with? But I've thought things through. Your arrival has filled it with unique memories, and I've truly fallen in love with this place. I remember telling you a story. I remember telling you stories from beyond the sky. I remember how the roof tiles were painful to sit on. I can only recall feeling content. Well, I do remember about the stories and the tiles, but content, I suppose. Yeah. Those memories I once thought were accurate have taken on a new appearance in these stories because you're by my side. In a sense, everything we experience in our journey together will personally give the solemn past new meaning, right? I suppose. Oh, there we go. Found it. Plant more flowers.
Is our baby. You can't just stomp on it willy-nilly. You'll stomp all over our hopes.
Returning here, I can still hear our laughter from back then. Do you remember what happened here? We watched the ripples of wheat together. We took a photo. We had a great time. I'll let you in on a secret. The wheat fields of Aedes Elysiae remain eternally in the season of harvest. Perhaps we're no longer the same as we were before we departed on a journey, experienced adventures, and returned here. However, these ripples of wheat will welcome us just as how we remember them to be. I recall what I've lost. Follow me, Kalos. Let's search for it together. Alright then. There we go. Got it. I knew it'd be here. I lost the ribbon, but you still have your ribbon on you. A girl always has more than one ribbon. What? Is that true? Serene's hangout events always hit a spot for me. Same, I mean, after all the drama, actually hanging out with Serene was truly the peace we needed. They did a really good job making this place feel nostalgic. Yeah. And I haven't even been to my village yet. I will probably feel double as nostalgic once I get to, go to my village next week. Even for people who have never interacted with Serene, it feels like we truly are in the past. I have no idea. I don't wear ribbons. Okay, that's for you, Midnight. Luz, do you wear ribbons? Do you have more than one ribbon in your possession at this very moment, perhaps? Please, I need to know for research. After you understand full story and after you understand the full story and has a basic story lore in Honkai Star Rail, it is emotional. Yes, why I was lost. Oh my goodness! She has more than one ribbon. In her right now. Wow. I guess Midnight really is the black sheep in this case. Geras always does that. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, collected all Castoric's accession mats again. Bravo, Midnight. As I was saying, Luz, Sirini says that girls have more than one ribbon. And I wanted to know if that's true. That's why I asked you. I certainly don't mind being the odd one out. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is your unique way. The things we once thought were lost might have been with us all along, while other things we suddenly find may be unbelievable. Oh dear, am I being too sentimental? Don't worry, I've found it now, haven't I? I don't feel down. Though I have to say, the times we spent together will be like Ides Elysiae, preserved in a tranquil memory space forever. But the word forever isn't something romantic to me. Well, this is the point where I disagree with you, Serini. Sorry for that. You see, 30 million lifetimes feels pretty close to forever, right? That's how much of Sereni's memories I've lost. In that eternity, there must be stories that should never be forgotten, but now, no matter how I try to recall them, I can't find them. But fortunately, as the memories accumulated from this first encounter with you can become a guiding starlight, illuminating the dull oblivion of 30 million cycles. I didn't read if it said cycles. 30 million lifetimes. Okay. And the wonderful time we spent together in Ides Elysiae makes me feel even more that. Rather than wishing for eternity, it's better to believe. Even when our memories fade, we can still traverse all distances and look back at the past to reunite with those treasured moments. Encounter these treasured moments. I'm not clicking, by the way, the game goes on automatic. By the time we retrieve what we cherish back into our bags and decide to turn it to a new page in our story. Okay, thank God it doesn't move on. Okay, let me read that again because I was rushing it. By the time we retrieve what we cherish, pack it into our bags and decide to turn to a new page in our story.
People always miss their home. But what's more important is to take the next step forward, right?
Tale spades engraved.
Do you like relaxing days like this? I love it. Seeing you is the start of a beautiful day.
I remember you had many questions for me when we first met. Let's make a promise. When a new journey begins, we will learn about each other again and write the next page of our story together. Do you know that in the ancient language of Ides Elysiae, first encounter is read as searching or reunion? Interesting.
Do you like relaxing days like this? I love it. Seeing you is the start of a beautiful day.
Very interesting. I'm really girly, so yeah, I love them. I see. Well, crap, I can't remember if I collected my last 15 jades from my dailies today. I don't recall completing the whole thing. Only 4 levels of it. Oh, I guess you're having a problem with remembrance too, don't you, Midnight? Sorry to hear that. Though I don't have as many girly things as I wish I had. My clothes are more on the tomboy side. I see. Fun theory, Mart is a cremator that opposes fully. Oh yeah, I did heard some people actually theorizing on that possibility, yeah. My clothing is pretty androgynous. I see. That devours memory is the job of cremators. Yeah, that's the theory I have heard going around. Dailies yesterday. Ah, I see. Crap. Well, guess what? I was planning on hanging out with Sirini, but turns out it was only the last memory the last encounter for her. Experience a good time with Sirini in Ides Elysiae. Tell spades engraved. Are we really done? I want a little bit more. I mean, then again, we got so much. We got so many nice encounters with her. What should I do now? I guess I could react to Keeping Up with Star Rail, I suppose. And I could go play a little bit of Divergent Universe for today. Or perhaps I could do Yan Li's companion quest, which I haven't done. It is due to her unique jellyfish companion. I see, I see. Okay, let's watch Keeping Up with Star Rail, and then I could probably focus on doing you know, I could probably focus on finishing the companion quest with Yan Li. I think you should react first, probably. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Man, wow. This is some incredible fan art. Wait a minute. Let me show you this. If we go to the shorts, this fan art right here. Look at that. God damn. It's really cool when they, you know, when they actually showcase the fan art of people. Interesting how I have not actually watched these shorts. It's not a phase, Himeko. Check out this an awesome move, Gothmarts. Behold this magnanimous maneuver. So I heard you lost my camera, right? Shit, wait a minute. Did we actually lose her camera? I don't think we lost her camera. It was only reference that we actually ran out of film for the camera. Am I right? I saw that a while back. It's incredible. Yeah. They do know how to gas up the character. Yeah. We just filled up the memory card. Okay, we just filled the memory card. Okay. So why does everyone has this, Mandela effect moment where everyone thinks, oh yeah, we lost her camera. We didn't fucking lose her camera. We can just give it back to her. What? The memory card. Yes, I know. Quite the wordplay. Yes. Can you be... man, do not give me a Deus Ex Machina moment where we save Amphorius because we took pictures with a camera. But then again, that does sound kind of appropriate, doesn't it? It reminds me a little bit of Life is Strange from that last episode, you know. Where, well, I cannot explain to you, but basically cameras really took a very... they're a very, very important theme in Life is Strange, and goddamn... Basically, let me explain to you this. The character in Life is Strange could go back in time, and if she had a picture of a time from earlier on, she could go back to that time. Similar to how Honkai Star Rail actually is all about remembrance, time traveling, cameras. Get me? So, shit. The parallels are there. She got a nickname as September 11th. I see. I saw an edit of her with pretty pants, and I liked better than the skirt. I mean, okay, fair enough. Friday 13th is better. I'm not really sure why. I know that people let's be honest, September 11th, it's a little bit only on the American side. Not that it's bad per se, but Friday the 13th actually does sound a little bit more, global, I could say, because it exists in every country. I don't know if I'd call that an Deus Ex Machina since they set it up beforehand. Yeah, but still, that pose she poses in your trailer is the same she did in the opening trailer. Nice. My dad was born Friday the 13th. By the way, fun fact. Bravo. By the way, I thought for a long time that I was born on a Friday the 13th myself. not the 13th, but I thought it was on Friday. It is believed that the kids that are born on Fridays are incredibly unlucky, and the kids that are born on Saturdays, they're incredibly lucky. For the longest of time, I thought I was born on a Friday. Turns out, I was born on a Wednesday. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess that's a thing. I just so happened to look back on the calendar and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go back 25 years. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay then. Stella, hey March, we kind of lost your camera. Come again? She's screaming enigmata with that reverse question mark earring. Yeah. The fourth path in Amphorius. It was actually March 7th all along. March staring menacingly. It was Trailblazer who lost your camera. Bruh. October 9th is finally here. Oh no, God, no. I love you at your worst. Preservation March 7th. I deserve you at your best ever night. Please come home. This guy actually believes in himself. Even her Astro Express ticket has been changed to match her new form. What? Wait a minute. She still has the ticket? Oh my goodness, it has a ticket. She has a ticket. I had not noticed the fucking ticket. She has a ticket. It's actually a negative ticket. It's actually, you know, instead of being golden and red, it's black and green dark or whatever. Crap. I didn't notice that. Okay, I was right. It was a Tuesday. Oh, I see. That's an interesting detail. Yeah, it blends well with the outfit. I mean, it blended so well that I actually didn't even pick up on it. Does he have? Yeah, he still has his ticket. Okay, thank God. And with 1,000% of chance, he's a 5-star. I don't know why, but here's the thing. I was thinking about you, Midnight and Luz. You were talking on the Discord chat about the how you can have basically now 3 Dan Heng in a single team, and I was like, wait a minute. Dan Heng is the only one who doesn't have a second form on his 4-star version, because if you think about it, Trailblazer has, well, he has his, you know, he can switch paths, same as March. March only now she has a second form, which is a 5-star form. So I was thinking for a little bit, wait a minute, is there a possibility that this new version of Dan Heng is actually a 4-star? But, well, turns out I was wrong. Technically, Trailblazer is a 5-star. Yeah, well, still. Do you think that wait a minute, if Trailblazer is a 5-star, do you think that the 5-star version of Dan Heng from Imbibitor Lune will fuse together with Permansor Terre? And that's why he will probably be free too? In order to not have many Dan Hengs on a single team. Mats was the only one with the 2 4-star forms. Yeah, it is a mix with the in his eel and core flame. Babylon Lune and core flame. I see. No, well, still that's different. I see. Okay, so it's not the same. Okay, I see. I think that Hang will have a Honkai Pack 3rd situation. Do you think? I hope he doesn't. I really hope he does not.
Listen, the storm's cacophony is calling.
She dances on the battlefield. You can literally, along with Hysilence, now we have 2 musicians in the. My goodness, we have 2 musicians. This is starting to make a weird, you know. It starts to make it feel as though, it starts to make it feel as though we are starting to complete teams that are kind of weird. For example, we only miss one Dan Hang in order to have a full team of Dan Hangs. We we have two musicians now along with Robin, so we need two more. I thought there was something about Quantum as well, that that we could have a sorts Quantum team or something that you were talking about the other day. I'm not sure, if I'm probably mistaken, but something about the full team of short girls you were talking about the other day, I think. Yeah, I would say if they are two separate characters, Dan Hang PT and will be PIS for Dan Hang Lune. You think I want a full Dan Hang team? Why not? Both Kafka and his license play violin. Kinda. She doesn't actually have a violin though. Kafka, I mean. Robin can also play on that team. Good. Those three actually are synergetic. So we need one final musician, and we have a complete team of musicians. Oh my goodness. Kastoriki team is the best suited for Lygus boss. Well, I would assume so. Mini Quantum is real, yeah. Mono short queens, I see. We only miss one tall Quantum woman to have a mommy Quantum. I see. So we are starting to complete the most bizarre teams now. We really do. I still don't know why would someone want to use a technique like that, but okay, that's a bazaar idol. Unique, I suppose. Listening to the seashell. Ah, that's nice. Bro, her ultimate makes her look majestic. I know. Lord have mercy, man. Shut the fuck up. Welcome back at the far. Okay, people are going wild. With all the water moves in effect, who would have thought that her element is an effing physical? True that. True that. TOT is right. Will rise again with Hesilence. True. Anyway, I'm wasting too much time. Oh, wait a minute. We have one last thing to see.
I will watch over the tides of yesterday. And for the battlefield, I shall sound the overture of a new tide.
Overture of a new tide. Yes, I wonder will be here. Yeah, I hope that everyone gets what they want. I forgot to actually look at the at the comments for Dan Hang. No way, we are Dan Hang sure to have a full team. Yep. One more Dan Hang for Mono Dan. Our yearly preservation unit. It is a yearly now. It has become a yearly thing. Oh, but it's gonna have his hands full introducing March 7th Dan Hang as brand new resources. Oh shit! How are they gonna do that actually? My boy has a point here. Damn. Also, my team is half scholar. True that. And also only one missing to have a full team of Mono Remembrance Eyes. Yeah, if Serene is in fact Eyes, as the leaks say. Yeah. If you want to pull Mono Musician, you'll have to pull DOT. You'll need Helicence and Kafka if you want Helicence, Hesilence to be viable. I do have Kafka. Excellence is not a bad thing, but I do really want to have the war criminal first. Not to mention that I actually have to always keep in mind to try to get, well, Saber too. Technically, you could go Sustainless and slap Sunday in there with Kafka, Hesilence, and Robin. He plays piano. True that. Clipot finally realizes from his wheelchair, preservation is back. New year, new Dan Hang. Yeah, March 7th Dan Hang. Hold my path. Okay, what is this? Yellow color scheme, Earth-related dragon rattail. Welcome back, Greg Snappish. Ah, yes. Zhongli, welcome back. I like that this is the like mix between both forms. Like he's regular outfit and he has horns, a tail, and longer hair. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, time to react.
Styxia, a coastal city of intoxication and dreams, where echoes of old songs still drift among the waves. Electra, daughter of the sea, Chrysos air who cleanses the ocean's core flame, dispels the murky undercurrents and orchestrates a feast of revelry for the heroes beyond the sky. The show must go on, even if hope is as fragile as bubbles, the waves will keep surging forward. On this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail, let's look at this deep-sea musician, the wave-strumming Knight Hysealins!
Nice. No way yearly Dan Hang. Yep. Yep. I saw someone point out that there is literally not a single fire type in all of the source airs. Yeah, I wanted to actually say that too. I get the feeling that actually my day should have been fire. Why is that? Like, the one element you would say that it is actually part of the path of destruction would be fire. So why the fuck am I... Like, strife, right? Why strife? You would think of fire. Why the fuck am I imaginary? I mean, I don't mind joining the imaginary Greek man... you know, the imaginary hot man, you know, room, I suppose, but god, it is similar to Rex actually in this form. Yeah, there are multiple quantums, physicals, and winds. Yeah, everyone is either wind or physical. Where is the fire? Like, literally, where is the fire? Also, wait a minute, we said that the new March is also ice. Crap. She kept the same. That's a little bit of a waste, actually. She kept the same element. They didn't give her a new element with a new path. Fair enough.
In order to better understand this holy city knight commander's wondrous deeds, we have the honor of inviting Hysealin's superior, Emperor of the North,
Yes! Oh! I'm so glad she's here.
Supreme Commander of the Holy City, tall and lofty conqueror. Well, Red Strategist, anyway, the Great Emperor, Her Majesty Saridra, to...
Also, wait a minute, did I hear, where did I read that? I think I read it somewhere. Or perhaps did I show it on Discord chat and I completely fool myself right now. Saridra, does she have some sort of curse or disease where she basically stays a child, something like that? Where did I hear that? I think I heard that. I don't know how it's how it's referred to in English. I cannot remember. Didn't give her a new element or a new path. True. I'll be right back. Take your time. Take your time, Midnight. I don't know. Okay.
This program! Your Majesty is so busy, yet you still found time to
Just
grace
waves.
this holy show with your presence! Such abundant kindness has made our humble abode shine as if bathed in the golden light of the heavens!
Since you know I'm busy, please don't waste any more of my time or patience. I despise cheap flattery, so keep it to yourself, duck sycophant.
Sycophant! Well then, let's not waste any more time in getting into today's topic! Hysealins is a physical character following the path of nihility. This sea siren princess was once famed for her music and singing, accompanying the sighs of the tides with a violin made of seashells.
And at the same time, she is an unstoppable blade, tempered through countless trials of blood and flame. Even the most gentle of instruments can become the sharpest of weapons. Has Duxay Snowy ever heard the cry of spilt blood?
I'm sure it sounds horribly nice. With Iceland's talent, ally attacks with enemy targets have a high chance to inflict one of 4 effects: wind shear, bleed, burn, or shock. Affected enemies take DOT of the corresponding type at the start of each turn. When using her skill, High Sealins has a high chance to increase the damage taken by all enemies for a certain number of turns and deals physical damage to all enemies. When High Sealins uses her basic attack, she deals physical damage to one designated enemy. As expected of the Imperator's Dux Gladiorum, even the way she slashes people is so graceful. I'd love to admire those sharp moves up close.
Oh? Dux Silvertongue wants to be slashed too?
No.
But the title of Dux Gladiorum is not worthy of someone who only possesses the grace of the blade. To become the Imperator's Gladius, one must have a murderous spirit as tempestuous as the tides.
Exactly. So when using her ultimate, High Sealins creates a zone, reducing all enemies' attack and defense and deals physical damage to all enemies. When she uses her ultimate after certain traces are unlocked, if the enemy target is currently afflicted with DOT, all DOT currently applied on the target will immediately deal damage. It's also worth noting, while targets are in the zone, each time they receive any DOT, they will take one more instance of DOT from High Sealins.
Wars always end quickly when she's around. Her ability to clear the battlefield like a tide has taken care of many inconveniences for me, letting me focus on matters that are more deserving of the crown's attention.
I must say, the Imperator really knows how to hire him. After unlocking certain traces, at the start of combat, High Sealins will create a zone with the same effect as her ultimate. When High Sealins deploys her zone, she will also recover 1 skill point. After using her technique, High Sealins creates a special dimension that lasts for a fixed amount of time and automatically moves forward. Enemies within the dimension will enter the soul-struck state. They will not attack High Sealins and will follow the dimension as it moves. After entering battle against enemies in the soul-struck state, there's a high chance to inflict 2 effects from wind shear, bleed, burn, or shock on all enemies.
This is the reskins of the fish bots from from the Shienzo. Yes, it's a prize for gaining knowledge. It said it during version release. I see. Okay. 3 big asteroids and Cypher are quantum. Nagsag, Iakinthia, and Keridra are wind. Danhang, Phenon, and Isilens are all physical. And for ice, well, technically RMC, Evernight, and rumors say Sarini. I see. So one way or another, I was the unique one after all. I was the imaginary. I could have been fire, but okay, imaginary it is. I do not mind. At the very least, I know that nobody else actually... nobody actually, was unique enough to have my element. Shit! My wife, neither! She has... Oh my god, she has Electro. Ugh. She has Electro. Fuck. Let's go! And Aglaya, for some reason, is lightning. Yes, that's what I was saying. Electro. Sorry, I got confused with Genshin. Lightning. So... Let's go! Let's go!
So, let's sum it up. High Sealins can provide significant buffs for DOT lineups. Her talent additionally inflicts DOT on enemies when they're hit. In her zone, enemies will trigger 1 more instance of DOT from High Sealins for every 1 instance of DOT taken. With vulnerability inflicted from all enemies by Sealin's skill, a full team defense reduction from her zone, and her ultimate instantly triggering DOT, the enemies don't stand a chance. They're left to perish under DOT.
A knight's blade proves itself not on parchment, but in blood. Let the clash of steel reveal the unstoppable might of Dux Gladiorum. Dux MC, let the fight begin.
By Imperial decree, High Sealins uses her technique, putting the enemy in the soul-struck state before launching the first strike to enter battle. Thanks to the soul-struck state, the enemies entering the battle are inflicted with 2 stacks of DOT. And because of her trace effect, High Sealin's zone activates on entry, reducing the enemy's defense and attack. Hyceland uses her skill to inflict vulnerability and one
Do
stack
they
of
regret not making a
DOT on all
water
enemies.
element?
This
I
attack
have no
also
idea.
triggers a follow-up attack from Kafka.
It would have
to
been nice
Hyceland
if they did,
zone.
though.
Every
Both of the
triggered
same on the
DOT
shadow, by
triggers
the way.
an extra DOT from Hyceland, which means Kafka's follow-up attack ends up triggering a one-time double DOT on the enemy.
Oh.
The enemy prepares to strike back, but traps out Hyceland zone. Go ahead and see what happens. Double DOT smacks them down before they can even twitch. Our teammates keep the momentum going of constantly dealing damage. With Hyceland's talent active, every ally attack inflicts extra DOT on the enemy. Ooh, Kafka uses her skill, detonating the DOT inflicted on the enemy. Under Hyceland's zone, the double DOT instantly sends one of the enemies to their grave.
Man,
It's
Iceland's
now
really is a
Hyceland's
master
turn again.
DOT.
She used her skill to max out her energy and get ready for the crushing weight of the deep sea. Her ultimate triggers DOT on the spot, another enemy down. The rest of them are already drowning in DOT. Not to mention, they're still afflicted with vulnerability and defense reduction. Oh, do they even dare move? Ha! Of course not. And a wild storm of floating DOT text, the enemy drops one by one, and that's a wrap.
Nice.
Honestly, you gotta admire it. With someone like Hyceland's leading the charge for the Imperator's army, conquering the world should be a piece of cake, right?
Ha! The thrones of this petty world mean nothing. To rule the board under Aquila's gaze? How dull. Only by crushing stars can one be worthy of the Imperator's crown.
Excuse me?
If I may offer counsel, Your Majesty, though Dux Gladiorum stands unmatched and though your army knows no equal, if you truly are to seize the moon and stars, I believe you still need
What?
Still need someone who can smooth the way, build bridges, and cut deals across all factions in Your Majesty's name. Ideally, someone who has strategic partnerships with, say, Warship Alliance generals, cosmos-renowned geniuses, maybe even a universe-class fugitive or two.
Do you believe... Wait. Do you believe he would actually succeed in the speech check? He has it in him, but usually it's his luck, which is always in the down, in the lows, you know? No, I see. Tough luck, boy. Tough luck.
I never would have guessed Dux Wordsmith had such connections.
Oh, Your Majesty is truly perceptive. You knew right away. If Your Majesty allows it, I will gladly serve at your side. Not for flashy titles like Doug's Director or Doug's P40, you know, but simply to serve, to solve, to support. That alone would be an honor beyond words.
Very well, I grant you the right to follow my banner.
He succeeded in... Wow! Oh my boy, I'm so proud of you. He succeeded in the speech skill, in the speech check. Man, oh man. Albert really is having a good day today. He did succeed. No, wait a minute. Oh no, there's one more minute left. Oh no.
So in the world beyond the sky, getting teased, roped into free labor, and taken hostage is called a strategic partnership, huh?
Wait, what the fuck?
And people like that have titles like P40 or Director. Truly
WD-40.
enlightening. Wouldn't you say, Dux P40?
Yes, quite enlightening.
But now that you've sworn loyalty to my throne, how could I allow one of my own to keep getting teased, exploited, or held hostage?
Your Majesty.
Which is why from this moment on, your new title shall be Dux Cutie Pie.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Wait. What?
Hold on a minute.
Mission failed successfully. Crap. Well, he did tried. He did tried, yes. Isilens definitely would have been water. Bailu and Danhanga Babadu Luna could also have been water. Yeah, we have to pressure the company by the entire fan base for the next 2 years for them to listen. I don't think they will ever add water element. It was never, mentioned. Highly unlikely. highly unlikely they will actually ever give this to us. Unfortunately. We got a skip button and smart equip optimization only due to this. Yeah. Hanya could have been water too. Yeah, Kini too. Adding water is not the same as adding skip and equip optimization. True. It's far more work. Way too far more work. Adding a new type would shake everything up because now everyone would have to stumble to full for the first DPS of that type. Yep. They would why would they add a new element? I meant same or similar level pressure. Yeah. I also hate the skip button. I'm already tired with physical and wind. I don't want more element issues. Imagine if we actually had more element issues. That would have been total crap. Like, oh no, this enemy is water type. I don't have water. Crap. I'm just saying, I personally don't think it's necessary. There's no reason to add it now. Yeah, I don't think they will add it either. Albert, the star host of International Peace Entertainment, is famous across the cosmos for his many talents, but swimming has never been one of them. Luckily, he found the perfect swim coach, a Christos heir who knows all the tricks and loves to share them. And so 5 hours later, at the Grand Baths, Master Isilens, I think I've got the... Oh, sorry, I'm not narrating right now. I'm speaking of as Albert. Master Isilens, I think I've got the hang of swimming. I'm definitely gonna float this time. Please wait in the pool for a moment. I need to grab something. Isilens lets out a long sigh, turned away from the Grand Baths, and returned a while later carrying a cloth bag. Master, what did you just grab? Wait. You promised to teach me how to swim. Why are you tossing in ingredients? Master Isilens, no cilantro. The Imperator's blade says nothing, and merely continues adding ingredients. Thank you for tuning in to this special International Peace Entertainment program, How to Cook with Star Rail. Excellence from bath to broth. Yeah. Duck's Cutie Pie is such a cute name for Albert. I guess, as I said, failed successfully. She's beauty, she's grace, she will slice your face. I can see why Kerry recruited her. You get a free broth pulling this character. You think? My brain read that title as bath to broth. Man, okay, people are wilding. I like that one though. I like that one. Man, okay. That's it for today. That's it. I don't think I can take it anymore. From bath. Man. Element barely matters anymore. Indeed. They also would quite literally have to change Naxa's kit because he adds all weaknesses and some of his effects specifically say 7 weaknesses. I see. Some problem with the remembrance icon will arrive if that's the case. Yeah, true, and indeed they are adding new paths. But they'd have to edit specific characters' kits. I don't know if they'd have to do anything for Silverwolf, but they'd have to edit Naxa's kit. True. Also, give me 1 second. I was told by Zabon to actually read the the description of the Lightcon from Herta's store. Be it bustling, desolate, fleeting, or enduring, every planet and every instant is brimming with countless events. That constant history melts at a single touch, flowing as tears from the world's gaze. Some say how heavy those tears must be, the amassed years are capable of fading eternity. Some say how wondrous the story they tell. Sorrow so clear, joy so serene, unmarred but even a hint of falsehood. The cosmos flows in silent stillness, and they speak not, only watching and waiting for them to become memories. Okay, they're too enigmatic for me to understand. I thought it had to do with those, reverse memo keepers who eat memories. But I guess I was wrong. Okay, so what should I do now? I could continue with Yan Li's quest, but I'm actually kind of bored of focusing on quests today. I do want to game a little bit. But then again, I will never finish her quest if I continue like this. Oh yeah, check out where Lancer has wandered off again. Gaze upon the horses and the waves, listen to the thunderous chariot and the beckoning of your name. Then head to the next ocean that belongs to heroes. Might as well. Might as well go watch what that boy did. I don't want more Castor's Lycon type of incidents. Yeah, I know how you feel. Hey Shoban, the 4-star we never got. Where is he? Wait a minute, what? He became a memory bubble. That's the... Still the same old? A glass of El Dorado, right? Miss Shoban, that drink's a bit too strong. Let's go with the big sleep today. The golden dream is more than enough for me. The rest of this time is just a gift from the Holy Grail. You've got a way of saying things no one understands, but it's kind of interesting. Intriguing. Interesting or intriguing? Intriguing. Shoban turns away. The sound of syrup, ice, and glass clinging together is like a crystal symphony. The blue-haired foreign hero leans against the bar with a smile, slowly becoming transparent until he vanishes into the wind that didn't exist. That memory bubble, is he your friend? You could say that. Sometimes fights lead to friendship. We've been through so much together. Yeah, we've been through so much together, actually. Whether it's the Bloodhound or the Hound, pups always seem to leave without saying a word. Oh, no! I just realized that... Oh, Gallagher also left here. It wasn't their choice, Shoban. It was not. I forgot about that line. Yeah. My heart. I know. I know. How about a long overdue drink, my treat? Sure, Shoban. Sorry. Consider it a token of gratitude on behalf of Banakoni. A glass of the big sleep to the ghosts of the past. A grail for heroes. Damn it. It just couldn't last long enough. I already missed them, and they were not here for even... Let's be honest. The actual event itself wasn't even that long. It was like what? Approximately like what? If you were to actually not stall like me, but actually read through it, it would have been what? About 2, maybe 3 hours at most if you're a slow reader. And I already missed them. Witness the return of a friend from afar. Yanli quest is a mix of murder, mystery, and sad backstory. Well, I guess we have to do it then. Gallagher, you absolute goat, I miss you. The story, yes, was 3 or so for Luz and I. Well, I assumed as much. Me stalling is always part of being a content creator, nothing more. Or else it wouldn't have taken me, you know, longer than you to play through. Now let me think. So, I was thinking about pulling, okay? But here's the thing. I'm not sure if I want to keep my pulls for the time being until I see what happens with,
It's still early.
Where to now?
Where is she? She's not here anymore. Wait a minute. No, don't tell me. Okay, she must be on the shore, on the shore then. Okay, so I guess she's waiting there until the next update. Thank God the next update isn't about... How long? Oh shit, 6 hours until it ends? Okay, so the next update is about in 2 days or so, right?
People always miss their home. But what's more important is to take the next step forward.
Okay, how many pools do I have? $13. And how much pity do I have? 10, 20, 30, 40, 40. 40 pools. That's not nearly enough. It's only halfway there. You can do Divergent Universe you haven't already this week because it resets tomorrow. I have done it. I have already done it. I could save the tickets and... pull for Keridra, and whatever remains after Keridra would go to... Oh, wait a minute. No English voiceovers, yeah. Thanks for letting us know that. Collaboration character English voiceovers, especially on the collaboration characters, have no English voiceovers. You may switch to another voiceover language if preferred. To think that they actually had to leave a disclaimer here for us to know about that. I didn't realize the free Archer Lightcon was only within this patch. That definitely well bait. I mean, I did got it, so we all got it actually, and I'm glad we actually did got it. To think that I actually spent 200 tickets in this patch. My goodness, I spent 200 tickets in this patch. Where are my tickets? Where are my tickets? Where are my tickets? It's up to you what you want to do. I didn't struggle much to get it. I'm sure anyone who said was able to get it. Yeah, more or less. At least, well, to be honest, last time I actually went into this patch with approximately 50 or so tickets. Now I'm going into the next patch with only 13. Well, let's say 15, since it still needs 2 days more. Okay, I'm stalling because I'm bored of doing the companion quest. Is there anything for me to do? No, let's do the companion quest. It gives me 100. It gives me 100 fucking stellar jades. Might as well do that. That is the most must do, I suppose. I only have 70 more pulls after all the hard pulling. Well, 70 is more than it's already a close to, you know, 150-50, which is incredible actually, compared to me, which has only a 10. I pulled for Cypher and want to wait for Easylance, so I'm uniquely screwed out of it. I know. I'm a small spenders player. I only buy the regular BP, Battle Pass, and sometimes the pass. Well, that's not terrible, because if you want it, you can just pull on it later. Yeah. I'm a completely free-to-play casual. You are the best, Jacob. Unlike me, who actually creates content out of this, you are actually doing what must be done. Play the game just, you know, for the fun of it, casually. Is there an additional interaction with Archer later? I don't know. I don't think so. Even in the worst case scenario, his Lycon wouldn't take you 200 pulls. You are guaranteed it at 160. Yeah, I suppose.
Nice to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Lafu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth it. It's completely different from my homeland. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on this street and plant a seedling. And then my mission will be complete.
To be honest, other light guns works just fine on Archer. I say same. Oh, for sure, I just originally thought that the free Archer cone would persist throughout the Fate banner, but no way that they'd be that generous. I mean, technically speaking, they're already generous enough. You just have to plan ahead.
The Sword of Heroes will finally be returned to its rightful owners. I couldn't be happier. Wonderful. It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together. But I am... It's the prize for the war dance, after all. I might not know all the stories and legends, but I know a legendary sword when I see one. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him, but he hasn't said anything about this one. It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
I can't believe how generous this game is.
It's still early.
It
Or two
is
now.
very generous, actually, for those who actually, you know, as I said, they plan ahead. They give us, man, they gave us so many free 5 stars, actually, so far. They have given us a free Lycon, too. They have given us so many Stellar Jades. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. The fact that I have, like, I'm not even missing that many characters in the game now, do I? I'm missing only 20... Yeah, not even 20. I'm missing only 17 characters in this game. And half of these characters are characters which I don't like. For example, Topaz, it's someone I don't care. Same with Jiao Chou, Linksha, Ruanmei, Aventurine, Black Swan, Jade, Viherta, Anaxa. These characters can fuck off. Now, if you think of the fact that I actually still can get a free Luocha, which I haven't reclaimed yet, I'm keeping it to see who is gonna be next in the store. Technically, I have already one more character. Saber is also one more character I can still get. So, yeah, this game is fairly generous. To think that I have almost the entire roster of it. Crap. I can't believe we're gonna get our 4th free 5-star character, bro. And that's just counting the free limited 5 stars. Let's not forget how cracked our RMC is. Yeah, true. I have pulled over 2,000 pulls as a free-to-play. Imagine that. Imagine that. I still haven't gotten to 50 characters yet. Well, actually kind of surprising that I got to 50. But then again, I have been playing 6 months more than you, Midnight. I wasn't playing on the daily, truth be told, but I was playing earlier than you. And I do buy the battle pass almost every time, so I guess that's that as well.
There you are.
Not the battle pass,
on.
the
Let's go to the
yeah, the battle
ceremony
pass.
together.
The battle pass and the monthly, you know, the monthly paths, yeah. But that's on Veritas ratio because I saved months for him. I buy the BP every time. Okay. So, oh hey, look who it is. Why is he here again?
Please
God
allow me
knows.
to offer a sincere compliment, my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend. Glad to meet you again.
What's up, my boy? My bro?
Who is this weirdo?
Whoa. Do not talk about my homie like that. Don't do him dirty like that, Yan Li. You watch your mouth, you little girl. You little brat.
Who is this knight?
That's more like it.
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Cienjo.
I sometimes buy the express pass, but not always. Well, fair enough. I buy it all the time, so yeah. If I spend money, it's only ever on the Welkin equivalent. Always burn out the BP resources too easy. Yeah, I guess so. Don't do him like that, yeah, you cannot escape Markiplier. I love Markiplier. I really hope they put ratio in this shop. I only have 3 Eidolons left. I know, Midnight.
May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yun Li.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess Adrilla.
The guy was like, "Hey, nice to meet you, little girl. What's your name?" Excellent. An amazing name, as a matter of fact. Now, let me tell you about my Lord and Savior, Goddess Adrila.
Oh, you're here, Yun Li. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Now that I think about it, considering the fact that Yan Li is a young girl and... yeah, Argenti is a grown man. Fuck, now I can see why he's a little bit weird, but he doesn't have ill intent, okay? It may seem like that. He's actually a gentleman, okay? I know this might sound ridiculous to you in this day and age, but a gentleman used to be an art of its own. Not many people actually have it any longer or pursue this path, but Argenti is one of the few who does.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Adrila? That's exactly what I was thinking. Hopefully the 3.6 special program, they let us tell us who's next to go in the shop. Yeah, we've heard of that. Lord and Savior, yes, that's what I referenced, yes. He only complimented her name. I wonder, I truly do wonder, what if she actually had a horrible name? Like, actually a name that sounds for a girl, like Gurguth or something like that. Oh, my name is Gurguth. What would he say? What a great name you have, little girl. Truly a girly name, yes. Again, he wasn't complimenting her like that. Beauty is a religion for him and it is pure. I know. That's what I'm saying. But in the eyes of an outsider, this could actually be taken the wrong way, you know? Agedi is one of the purest characters in the whole game. Yeah, Agedi is pure. Beluga. Beluga also sounds like a bad name for a woman. Beluga actually sounds like it sounds like a bazaar, like a bazaar Spanish dish or some shit, like tuluba, but beluga. You know, putinga. Beluga. Once for little and now people are trash talking my boy. Yes, I mean, yeah. I just drew Argenti today, actually. Ah, symbolic.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
I just finished all the men except Archer left the sketch. Nice.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin, and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony.
Bravo! Another heroic deed by the Knight of Beauty.
On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Xianzhou Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword, and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Xianzhou Lahu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland, Mieka Kifesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged, Gu Yin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Flame Wheel Forge.
Wait, Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory.
I still want to know how Argenti saved the Aventurine. He saved Aventurine? Wait a minute, what? Man, I cannot remember anything that happened after. I do have gaps in my mind about whatever happened in the in Penacony chapter. Damn. He saved Aventurine? When was that referenced? I cannot remember. I have to finish the third drawing of the four I'm making. I didn't have the time today so far. Yeah. What was he doing there? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, Collider. Aventurine, I escaped that nihility place with Argenti's help. Oh, you don't remember, Collider. So, wait a minute. So, really now? Wait a minute. How did Argenti found it? I thought it was because... Wait a minute. I thought it was... He survived because of Ratio. And... Shit. True. Wait a minute. How did he escape? I thought that it had something to do with Acheron, no? We have no idea how he did it. Okay. Yes, but Argenti found him. Okay then. Okay. Again, it got him physically out. I see. I cannot remember when was that reference, but perhaps I just don't remember. It's not that I don't know it. Highly likely if I go back to my past streams, I can see myself reacting to it.
I've decided to entrust this sword, Gu Yin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for Restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Acheron cut the Harmony's curse off of him. Horatio helped him solve the mystery and reassure him that he is fine. Argenis rescued him physically. Man, everyone saved that. He truly is lucky, that little fucking bastard. Horatio has nothing to do with this, neither Acheron. Actually, they do, but not exactly. Like, not physically, as we said. Looks like Aventurine was right that friends truly are the most valuable investment. I don't know. The first time we met and Himeko actually was talking to him and he was like, "Oh, my friends." He really sounded Damien, you know, like before Damien, but you know what I mean. Like, he really sounded as ironic as he could possibly be. Not directly, I meant. Yeah, okay. I know he always said it like that.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged by Hongguang.
Who's Hongguang?
You, Li! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's work. Where are your manners?
Now I get it, how Blade was also a, you know, a blacksmith himself. I mean, if you think that Blade is actually her uncle, I guess it ran in the family, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now. I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all.
Maybe I should... calm down, Li.
Don't be rude, Li. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
That's why everyone was sus of him. I mean, he clearly wasn't trying to hide ulterior motives. It was clear from the start. Yeah, her father. Except Ying Qing was not that kind of blacksmith who Hongguang was. Okay, so here's the thing. I haven't played the companion quest. So, before this quest, was Hongguang referenced before? Or perhaps I'm gonna learn about him now? Because I literally cannot recall a name Hongguang. Okay, yes. Okay, so once again, I completely forget. Literally everything that happened in the 2.x chapters, I forgot. But then again, I was in the middle of actually going through my military service, so a lot was happening at that time. Hongguang was referenced, but not by name. I see, I see.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry for making a scene, but I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Argenti, thank God Argenti is the gentleman that he is, because if I was Argenti, I would be like, so wait a minute, in order to get it straight, little girl, I went through all this fucking trouble in order for you to just burn down this sword and basically destroy it? If that was the goal, then why the fuck did I have to travel all the way here, and didn't you just tell me to do it, to destroy it myself? Huh? What? I'm glad that Argenti is actually a cool guy.
Yunli, please, go for now.
Yeah, that's fair. He always holds his hand tight behind his back every time he gets nervous. Aventurine. Really? I never noticed that, actually. Sorry, Yanli. A cursed sword, you say?
This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention.
The fact that he opens his eyes only when he's worried about Yanli.
Could you, please, keep an eye on Yunli for me?
Sure.
That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you. I apologize for the unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
At the perfect plea of Huan Yan, you temporarily depart, and I couldn't read the rest because I do
Unless
not
I'm
know how to
mistaken,
read fast.
Yunli should be around here somewhere.
There is the little kitty. Are you enjoying, like, are you appreciating the flowers? What's up? Did you decide to become a... Oh, sorry. Now I feel like an ass. I was about to say, did you decide to become a follower of Idrila? But now I do feel like an ass. Sunday always stood with one hand behind his back also. Yeah, she has PTSD due to this. Observe a bit more. What's wrong, Yanli? Should I observe? Let's observe a bit. She just cries.
Stop watching me and say something.
Well, I thought you needed a moment, but you know what? If you really want someone to interrupt you, then I'm okay with it. Why are you crying?
If you want, I can make you cry too.
Go for it. If it makes you feel better, then okay.
Did Grandpa send you to look for me?
Actually, yes.
I bet he did. Really? Thank you. Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword. And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me.
I'm pretty sure I'd have chosen one because I also feel the urge to pick one this time. Technically speaking, I wanted to pick one as well, but for some reason I was like, look, she will explain to me eventually anyway what is wrong, so might as well just observe a bit what happens if we just let her do her thing a bit, you know? But again, this game is a little bit of the illusion of choice, right? So the game literally forces you to ask her what's wrong. So it is what it is. She's a persistent little kid. Yeah, she is. I mean, makes sense, no? No one can help you if you don't explain what's going on.
Grandpa sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me. Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one.
So it's a sword that's been cursed? So it's like a sacred sword that has been corrupted?
You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about.
Like a general teenager. I mean, the face, it's almost more or less the same if you think about it.
A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
So where can I buy one? With something like that, Much 7 could graduate in just one day.
I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story.
Sorry, I don't know why. Look, a couple of years back, something like this would have never made me laugh. But I became aware of it in the recent years. Her just looking up like that while you tower over her. I'm being ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. No. This is on me. I take full blame. Sorry, Midnight. I'm so sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk.
Height advantage is crazy. I mean, a bit. Not that it matters, but a bit.
Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts.
Yeah, that sounds oddly familiar. Actually, because we went through it multiple times by now.
I wonder if you've ever heard of a creature called a heliobus. It loves to feed on human emotions and memories, and excels at manipulating its hosts. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made.
So your father sealed the heliobus inside that sword?
I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble.
Solid plan, but do you think your grandpa is really that much of a arrogant guy?
By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas?
Maybe there are other ways out of the Palace of Astron.
Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years.
Bravo.
I have to go now.
Well, right behind you, I
Is she
suppose.
planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? Maybe I should keep an eye on her.
My goodness, he has the old VA. I just realized. Oops.
The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Yeah, well, yeah, that haven't VA'd this part with the new VA one yet. I mean, they really have to make a lot of work in order to catch up.
A girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
She's from the Xianzhou Artisan Commission. Yeah.
Oh, I see. That explains it then.
Explains what? It explains nothing at all.
She said something like, I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff? I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his arumatons.
I got scared from that little girl, and I told her everything.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
Where else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
Good quality, good.
I cannot teleport, but I can teleport. Also, there is a puzzle in the back of there. How is that even a thing? Did I completely forget to do a puzzle back there? What's up? Whatever. Ugh, that's causing me... Ugh. Horrible.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it.
I felt like I was gonna get a seizure back there. Is this really the time to talk about that? I promised your grandpa to give... is this the time to talk about that? Yeah.
Let's smash these metal cans first. Then we can talk.
Oh yes, let's cause some property damage.
They're lost. I shall remember this one.
Do it!
Root here. As you wish. Embrace a new life.
It's coming! Like the west wind.
What if she pulled out a big sword? Good question. I guess he had a reason to be afraid. Not gonna lie, I kinda like the new VA better for Kalos. I like the old VA better for Stella though. Yeah, I know what you mean. She would like her being sick. She sounds like her being sick.
Thank you for helping me out.
You're welcome.
This place is heavily guarded. But there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right?
Of course I'm here to stop you. I can't just stand there and watch you get into trouble. Okay, I kinda want to help her, but you know, this cursed sword isn't just your problem.
No, it's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Luofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Luofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right?
Well, I just feel like you're too obsessed with cursed swords, so you are self-aware after all. I just feel like you're too obsessed.
No, really. Do I come across that way? Well, I guess I can't deny it.
Now you have a chance to explain yourself. Looks like this is a sensitive topic. Now you have a chance to explain yourself.
Seems like you've met a lot of people who don't tell you the whole story.
You do not know the half of it, so kill me. Why don't you just tell me everything?
Look. I owe you an explanation. But this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break.
That's just the story of our life. Yeah, she really doesn't know that half of it. Man, it's literally Honkai Star Rail. No, Honkai Star, not the whole story rail.
I already told you about Guyan. The sword that was returned during the ceremony.
I love this music.
It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it.
From the moment we were
my
born.
father.
Yep. From the very moment we were born.
I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you.
Yeah, it's called protagonist privilege. Not many people have it. As a matter of fact, in this world, I'm the only one who does have it.
Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Flame Wheel Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing.
Yan Li's VA is really good, honestly. Yeah, I like her voice too. I wish I had paid a little bit more attention into these chapters. Then again, there was a lot of things going on, as I said. It wigs me out that it's pretty much the same as her Navia voice, though. Wait a minute, she voices Navia too? Because I don't think I actually... Yeah. I didn't play so far as to actually get to Navia, so for me the immersion isn't really ruined. But I really liked Navia when she first came out. I really wanted to pull for her. Too bad I stopped playing Genshin long before that. She looks so adorable. I know Blade is probably her great uncle, but not her immediate uncle. Oh, well, fair enough, but still. Kinda sad that Blade and her didn't go to have any interactions. You didn't know? Yeah, I didn't know. I haven't bothered with Genshin in such a long time. And the sad part is that I have heard lately that people actually say that Genshin actually has, well, come up. Like, it has actually been quite good, actually. Like, it started actually, providing to the to the players more stuff. Genshin is making a comeback. Exactly. But there is one major thing. The service for the PS4 is over. They're closing down. No more updates for PS4. So now I have to exclusively play from PC. But the thing is, here's the thing. My account is connected with PlayStation in Genshin. Unlike in Honkai Star Rail, which in Honkai Star Rail it's not. So in Genshin, in order to make purchases, I have to actually buy from the PlayStation Store. I cannot buy from the actual, PC. So I don't have a PS5, so I cannot actually download Genshin in anywhere else except my PC. So I'm like, wait a minute. If I was to say that I do want to buy something now in Genshin, like, let's say the Battle Pass, how the fuck am I supposed to do it now? Am I supposed to download Genshin, buy the Battle Pass from the old version or something? Or buy it from the PlayStation Store and then actually go back into PC and continue playing? What? Or a more distant ancestor. I see. It also voices Linny. I see. I find it cute that she and her husband, Butchil's VA, are both in HSR. Really now? Nice. There's a lot of hype around Node Cry. I see. Yeah, same as Zhongli and Mavuika, Chinese VA, is married. No. A lot of VAs who actually tend to actually be in a relationship are actually joining in the same franchises. Nice. Surely this means they're finally released it on Switch. It took me 3 years to have 5 stars. I see. One of them. It won't be until Not Cry released. I see, I see.
I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others. The swords crafted by the Flame Wheel Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents.
Same as Jingyuan and Triby's VA too, the English ones. Yeah, that's the only ones I actually knew before you referenced the other ones, Jacob.
But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith, and started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace. However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged. It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out. I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape. I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Flame Wheel Forge shouting, "Run away, Yunli!" and the screams of agony. My tears wouldn't stop, and I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs. When I joined the Flame Wheel Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them, and Guyan will be my 313th. like all the other cursed swords. I'll separate it from the heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
Honkai Star Rail once again. Going back to our usual program, I see. Goodness. I know. Yep. I mean, in all honesty, I would have felt a little bit more if I had not really been for the past three updates now a total wreck. But that doesn't mean I don't feel anything at all. Sorry to hear that, Yanli. But the delegation calls it the Sword of Heroes. I think you should talk about it with General Huayan first about it. Depression Rail, yeah. Adoptive grandpa, that's new knowledge, I think, for me at least. I didn't realize that it's an adoptive grandpa either. Oh, she only now referenced it.
So, you're saying, even though Grandpa knew it was a cursed sword, he still chose it to be a prize because he thought it wouldn't cause any trouble?
If you hadn't taken 800 years to do this quest, you know that how long it's been. I hadn't even started watching you yet. Wait a minute, what? If you hadn't taken 8,000 years to do this quest, you know how long it's been. I hadn't even started watching you then, yet. Well, technically, when this came out, you were not watching me, obviously, but I don't know, like, companion quest is something that I had fallen behind for quite some time due to a lot of work. Not to mention that back then I wasn't actually streaming daily. I was streaming like 3 times a week. So yeah. You started this quest before I started watching you. Not exactly. I didn't start this quest with the intention of completing it. I think I started this quest by accident, and then I said, no, I will do it another time. I continued a bit, like I think it was the previous patch or the patch before the previous one. And I still didn't have much time. I decided to, you know, leave it for another day. I completely forgot about it. Here we are today. At the very least, better late than never, right? I'm gonna be for real. I literally didn't know they gave her a character quest. You see? You see, Midnight? You not check your missions page? Well, the missions page actually doesn't actually add the mission until you actually start the mission. Midnight. I do not know if that's something that they have fixed now, but back then when this mission was actually available, I 100% remember that it was not in my missions, well, page. Until I actually went ahead, checked the map, saw the mark of the blue star mark, the purple star mark of Yan Li, and went there and talked to her first. Not really, there is a bunch of unfinished side quests on there. It was there. No, I'm pretty sure it was not. I know for a fact that many quests are not actually available in the missions page until you actually initiate them. I don't know if they have fixed that again, as I say, but I know that in the past they didn't do that.
No. No matter how I think about it, something is definitely off. Grandpa didn't tell me anything about the ceremony. He must be hiding something. Besides, after our argument today, you want me to go back and talk to him now? No way. At least not today.
Have you done the Serval's quest too?
Maybe tomorrow.
Yes, I have done, I think, all the companion quests. This is the final one. It's been so long since I've done it, I don't remember.
Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit.
I'm glad to hear that, Yan Li. Well, as I said, I'm pretty sure I remember a time where I actually wanted to activate a couple of companion quests, such as the March's companion quest, for example, and I do remember that it was not in my missions tab. I actively went to the map and had to find March, talk to her, and then after the quest has started, it's actually in your missions tab.
Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Gu Yun until he gives me his reasons.
Don't forget to apologize to General Hua Yan.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that in a public place. Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I bet we're gonna get a huge influx of companion quests and 4 stars after Amphorius. I so badly want to. I so badly want to. Like, we have seen so many things yet, and yet we haven't actually properly enjoyed them yet. I do want to have more companion quests. With Aglaia, of course, with Mighty, with Iakinthia, with Castoriki. I'm like, fuck me, you have such big characters right now. Can we spend more time with them, pretty please? I think it is some bug, I suppose. I don't know. I really hope so. Yeah. Yep.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and to tell General Huaiyan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
What is this guy? Am I gonna get a trophy for talking to him or something? No? Okay then. It feels like they gave up on those companion quests. Not really. I get the feeling that they are focused mostly on this story with Amphorius, and then they're gonna go back to something more casual. It's because of how the lore currently is. They can't until we free them. Companion quests are so they can visit the Express. Exactly. So can you imagine that the entirety of Amphorius literally cannot visit the Express? That would be so bullshit. Yeah, but they mix it with the main quest due to the lore importance, they say. Canonically, literally, no one in Amphorius can do that yet. Well, we have to find a way to do so. Yeah, I was frustrated by that too. Well, technically speaking, if you think about it, the only one who could was Fanon. Fanon could get out of Amphorius with so many core flames in him. But, well, for what little time he got out of Amphorius, it wasn't much.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young man?
Don't worry, Grandpa. She's okay, I suppose. I'm sure they'll be able to after we free them. Yeah.
Yun Li told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story. Han Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Flame Wheel Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training.
I think they only do it after the main quest is like Penagony, I suppose. Genius, that explains it.
According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Zhu-Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So
he thought of using Heliobi?
By infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Hongwan's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually.
Damn AI taking the swordsman's jobs. Exactly. Fuck. Not only the artists or the writers, now it's the swordsmen as well. Swords that wield the human, but the other way around. Yeah. Yep.
Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons.
Not the other way around. I see. Yeah.
And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Flame Wheel Forge. Yunli managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day.
Poor girl. She has PTSD. That's why you didn't want to see... You didn't want her to see that sword.
Yes. I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds.
Shit! Whoa, the girl's hardcore!
I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey.
Yeah, totally valid, old man.
Even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after?
Yeah, she will have no purpose if she doesn't focus on something else too. Does that sword really contain a heliobus?
Hu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use heliobi as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost.
Yanni plans to talk to you tomorrow.
I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time.
Then why the fuck didn't you tell her earlier, you moron? It's always the, oh yeah, there is a problem. You know why the fuck there is a problem? Because there is no communication. A problem that could have been avoided. That's what I thought too. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. It's always the, oh yeah, the only reason there is a problem is because nobody communicated as they should. Oops. We need the spicy drama. The actual spicy drama would have been for him to actually try to explain her, and her being too arrogant to actually listen. Not to have this old man, who is a general, by the way, do something so foolish as to expect that, oh yeah, not telling her nothing at all would actually be fine, and nothing bad would come out of it.
I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
Okay, so time to inform the Master Gongshu. Don't you worry, General Hanwan has already confirmed his instructions. I heard from my apprentices that young lady with the sword brides into the artisanship commission. The General Huan Yan. Man, I cannot. The General's granddaughter, right? Is he here to chat or kidnap me? She's calmed down now. She's coming to. Oh, she's coming to steal the sword. My nerves can't take much more of this. The Knight of Beauty just escorted the sword to the Artisanship Commission. It is currently in the armory without the chance of compromise or mishaps. You just relax. When I have time, I want to hear that girl tell me why she tried to steal the blade. Alright then.
Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her.
Definitely.
By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
Definitely before the ceremony at the very least, yeah. A pretty lady like her never gets tiring. Yeah. I suppose.
I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class skipping March 7th.
March! No! I want my friend back. We will not even get to see March. We'll just get darts instead. Sipping milk tea and gossiping time slipped away unnoticed. The next day arrived. Whoa! This music. Whoa. What's the matter? I'm excited to see how Skylar voices darts. Yeah, same. I don't think I have heard her voice actors actually ever do an evil impression, and like realistically enough. I'm too bored to read, I'm sorry. I'd rather hear the music instead. Oh, by the way. Door is locked. Wait a minute, why were we outside of March's room? What the fuck? Whoa! Okay, I will not think about it. So, a number of thin sheets of ice have cycled the unconscious March into her bed. The once warm bedroom is now permeated with bitter cold. Also, if the young girl lays silent and flawless in the ice, just as she did back when she was drifting through space. March 7's desk. You fail to see anything that resembles a diary. Ooh, a diary, you say. You don't quite understand why exactly March 7th has brought this mirror. The mirror doesn't reflect your appearance. Maybe it only wants to show March 7th. Whoa! The plot be thickening. The plot. Anyway. Sorry, I am vibing. It's meant to be free. Too good, just too good. I'm excited to see how. Yeah. I'm assuming it will sound similar to Kitlani. I see. You think, huh? I don't remember the voice of Kitlani. Crap. Maybe I need to actually. Yeah, maybe I do need to, actually look into it.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Oh, let's go.
Yoon Lee, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
You're being arrested.
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
Not yet, at least. I can vouch for her.
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that.
Are you sure?
If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
Just keep quiet.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yunli is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword. Am I right?
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide.
Which we had March 7th here.
If March 7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
Yeah. I know.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
If that was planned in advance?
Yeah, I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword. So, did you steal it?
No, I didn't. What did I say? Could it be that I stole the sword? So did you steal it? No.
Then stop joking around.
Classic Trailblazer.
I can prove that he came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so he couldn't have stolen the sword.
To put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yunli.
Fair enough.
So,
I didn't steal the sword.
well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
I think we might be missing something.
If you want to prove me wrong, better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
1,000 times yes. Okay, the container used to seal Gu Yun is indeed a sight to behold. Its beauty is radiant. Perhaps it was this very beauty that was drawn and what has drawn unwanted attention. Regardless, as one of the few pieces of physical evidence left at the scene, it just might hold traces of the thief. Okay, case exterior. A sword case masterfully adorned with metal wires, subtly proclaims origin. Okay, sword case lock. Okay, the lock mechanism nestled with the case remains intact, bearing no marks of external force or tampering.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock.
Open. And notice a few smears of red aloft the bottom of the sword case's interior. It's hard to ignore, as if a deliberate declaration of existence to those who are viewing the sword case. As a declaration of existence to those who are viewing the sword case. Okay, extract the red coloring. Few petals centering on the brink of withering. More precisely, a single rose petal.
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Yeah, okay. Argenti, why did you steal the fucking sword? I saw an art depicting a man who was mourning the life he never got to have with his son because his wife adored him. And I commented, this brought me to tears, and now I'm getting shamed. Delightful. Wait a minute, what? Let me focus a little bit to what you just wrote, Midnight. This brought me to tears, and now I'm getting shamed. Delightful. Listen to me. We live in a day and age where literally everyone has gone insane. Okay? Do not try to, do not let it get to you. Actually, these people need a doctor and they refuse to see one. Like, genuinely. I'm not. Okay, good. Good. Even the most normal things in this day and age somehow has been twisted in the minds of the people as being bad or as being completely ridiculous. Man, I hate my generation. Fuck me. I've been saying that I hate my generation ever since I was 10 years old, and somehow I have reached 25 and I'm still saying the same thing. I hate my generation. You close the sword case and put it back. Yanli.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away.
I'm not depressing because it's me that's getting backlash. It's depressing because there are genuinely people out there with this little empathy. True. True that. I don't think it's about empathy. I think that it's about total selfishness. They don't have empathy to begin with. Whenever they reply to anything, they think about themselves and only themselves. And especially if the case is far worse, if they hate themselves on top of that. Like narcissistic haters. Like they genuinely love to hate themselves, but it's reflected by hating on others. When they come to realize that they are the problem. I don't want to think about it, my head hurts. No, that would make it look like you did steal it. How are you planning to find the cursor? That would be too convenient again.
There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to?
Maybe the case was too much trouble. Is it really that strange?
I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
Yun Li says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her.
People are too much into their minds and should touch grass to learn to coexist with things they don't agree to. Yeah, true that.
But I know well that Yun Li can be
true
impulsive.
That.
So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yun Li yesterday, young man. So you have the chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me?
That's not even a question, Yanli. Why would the thief intentionally leave rose petals behind? Think, Yanli, think. Technically speaking, Yanli doesn't know that there are rose petals because she didn't actually examine the case. We were the ones who examined the case. Did she come to you afterward?
No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now.
How was the sword delivered?
After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored.
So
I'm counting on you, then.
Master Goksha.
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious arumatons were smashed!
Okay. So we basically paved the way for dear, you know, Agenti to steal
thought
it.
that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen, and that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission, and now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting.
Because the sword can take over the wielder's mind. Because the sword contains an evil spirit.
That's enough, young man. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies.
Then why did you ask me if you have an answer already, you dumbass? Was that actually the voice of the Heliobus?
What is, Helio? What? Never mind.
Whatever you say.
The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
Okay. I drew something more sad than I meant to. What did you draw? I love to know what you draw. I always love what you draw in general, but if it's sad, that means there is some actual spiciness to it, like some dramatic element. And if it's more sad, then
clues,
by accident,
feel free to tell everyone.
Like a happy mistake, in a sense, if you will. I drew the 3 Danhangs on one page, starting with 4-star Danhang, then Bible de Lune, and then PT. But the expression got sadder and sadder with each one. Wow. True. Crap.
Thank you. But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Daw how.
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
Okay. Ace Attorney time.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yun Li.
Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me, we were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point.
True. But they all left after delivering the sword. And the craftsman overseeing the handover confirmed that they couldn't have left with the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Gu Yun was handed over, the side crane at the entrance of the Artisanship Commission captured you leaving. But there's no record of Miss Yun Li leaving.
One line that Hank said keeps echoing in my mind and was when I drew it. My companions are also once-in-a-lifetime treasures. True.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after smashing the arumatons?
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship. Miss Yun Li caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Gu Yun. But you stopped her in her tracks.
What Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yun Li didn't steal the sword at that time, because we were at the Arumaton warehouse.
And it just made me think, if something happened to Mart and Trailblazer, would Danhang once again do whatever it took to bring them back? I believe so.
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not implying anything, but we need to scrutinize every piece of evidence.
He'll finally use the Jade Abacus for real. Yep.
Miss Yun Li caused a ruckus at the Artisan. After bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun.
After Yun Li and I went our separate ways, I messaged Master Gongshu to inform him about the incident. And much later, Master Gongshu told me the sword was confirmed safe. So up until that point, Yunli couldn't have stolen it. Can I prove this?
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone. Wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there. However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
Looks like you're missing some crucial evidence.
There are no signs of the arsenal being broken into, so... the only real evidence is the sword case.
No. The fact that there are no signs of a break-in is suspicious in itself. Which piece of evidence should I use to convince Dahao?
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search.
You don't know how to
Why
search,
was there
mate.
a petal inside the case?
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
True. And then I thought again, I don't think Dan Feng ever said he wouldn't do that when Dan Feng did again. What Dan Feng did again, or the equivalent thereof. He won't do what Dan Feng did again, or the equivalent thereof. True that. But you would assume that he would do it in a more wise way this time around.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
Ask Argenti, not me.
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
What a harsh condition, constantly farting out the rose petals. Yeah. So that is the cost of beauty. Yeah. Beauty is pain after all. And then a horrible thought occurred to me yet again. Oh my goodness, Midnight.
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
If his companions are to him once-in-a-lifetime companions, then perhaps he'd wait a lifetime for their return too. So that scene is in the trailer. Yeah, I picked up on that right away. Can you remind me a little bit though? The quote, "My companions are also once-in-a-lifetime treasures." Where does he say that? I cannot exactly remember the scene.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship, the one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
Quickly, before we have to fight Boss Argenti. Actually, I used to actually struggle with that boss, but truth be told, I don't think that would be a problem anymore.
It's still early. Where to now?
It's when Budhil was asking him to consider using the Jade Abacus acronym. He says it when responding to Budhil on the chain with Black Swan and Acheron in 2.2. I see. He was using the Jade Abacus. I need to go back and see that scene too. In a corner of Sarskif Haven, you stumble upon a knight clad in shimmering silver armor. Should I have Yan Li in this battle? 15th day of month X. Oh no! No.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Man, I just realized Yan Li has a great sword just like Dante. And Argenti's waiting with a chair and a fucking blade. If you want it, then you're gonna have to take it. But you already knew that.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right?
Foolishness, Yan Li. Foolishness.
You have
Yeah.
no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
But Hill basically, he was just okay. But Hill basically told him, think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime. Oh, and I guess he responded with a quote, right? The my companions are also once in a lifetime treasures. Wow. Terravox was associated with permanence, so Dan Heng will have the means to wait. Okay, good. Sad, but good in a sense.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon.
Okay, so you intentionally left the rose petal behind?
Yes, I did. As a driller's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyun and uphold my knightly oath.
Wait a minute, I've sworn to live in poverty. So wait a minute, you're trying to tell me that he's poor? No fucking way. His armor alone is a fortune. Not to mention how much money he probably spends on hair conditioners for that beautiful hair. But yeah, how the fuck is is he considered someone who lives in poverty?
What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down.
What?
I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Okay. The blessings of beauty keeps his armor clean and his hair voluminous. Okay. You think that armor is also probably a code of the Knights of Beauty, so I'd assume it means aside from that. Wait a minute, that armor is also probably a code of the Knights of Beauty, so I'd assume it means aside from that. Maybe, I suppose. Do you think we'll ever get another Knight of Beauty? Like, I really want to have another knight in the roster.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me.
I'm a moron. We already got another knight. It was Saber. Fuck! Man, Saber never met Argenti! No! Argenti was in Penacony too! Fuck! The King of Knights never met the knight! Fuck! Man, and now I feel fucked off! If only they had made the story longer. Crap! What stopped them from making a 2-part story or a 3-part? Like, it's not necessary. Like, make it just bigger. Why? Come on. Ugh. I wonder how different they'll be from Argenti. Yeah. Some of them seem pretty cool from what I've seen in the Simulated Universe. Yeah, I know. I have heard of some of their references from the lore. But also more messed up in the head than him too. Yep. To be fair, she isn't a Knight of Beauty in particular. She's a knight. And she's beautiful. I get the feeling that they would hit it off perfectly with Argenti. Okay? Literally, look. I know this is actually kind of ridiculous, but in a parodic kind of way, like in an ironic, satirical kind of way, literally for Fate, the franchise, technically the whole round table of knights are actually simps of Artoria. So yeah. Agenti X Saber. I mean, sure, why not? Sure, why not?
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyun's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Look. All I'm saying is that Argenti would also be a perfect, and I do mean a perfect addition to the round table. Think about it. Actually, if you have seen the character, if you have seen the Knights of the Round Table from the actual Fate, they all look like pretty boys, like Argenti. Like genuinely, all of them look like him, kinda. Not all of them. Some of them look more similar to him than you would believe. But the thing is, if you have seen from Fate, you would know. Oh, by the way, I didn't go back. To look, but now. But how did you react to when Trailblazer talked about the planet of Camelot and Guinevere and her siblings? I did actually. Well, I did felt a little bit baffled because I had completely forgot that the actual, the planet of the planet of Guinevere was actually Camelot, and the Vere also being, a relative to Guinevere as well. That shook me up a bit. I'm like, no. Like, on the one side, I was kind of happy, but on the other side, I was kind of sad to have Trailblazer explain a better version, in a sense, of the people that she knew from a different universe, their outcome. Which, if you think about it, still, it wasn't a perfect outcome. Like, Camelot as a planet got destroyed, so... shit.
He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword.
It was Tyber's reaction. Wait, Guinevere and Lancelot are siblings? Yeah. Exactly. The reactions were actually perfect. But then also she learned that Guinevere and Lancelot were siblings and did a double take. Maybe, yeah. I cannot remember it very clearly, but... it was I remember that it was a pleasant reaction at the end of it all. How can we snap him out of it?
The solution is right in your hand.
Captivated? No, I am touched by Master Guyun's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyun away from the Xianzhou.
Thank you, Agenti. You're so thoughtful.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
I like that scene because it shows that it's different in every universe. Yeah, it was actually kind of nice. Again, it was a little bit sad too, because she actually found out, well, that things in another universe are not far better, but... still.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you.
You challenge a little girl. A representative, wait.
I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyun in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyun to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyun over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
We need an excuse to fight Argenti in every encounter. Yep.
Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got.
The music.
You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and
Root here. Embrace a new life.
May death protect us!
Haven't fought Yang Qing in a while. Sad. Yeah.
Please cherish this as you wish.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Guys, have some
Bro, stop attacking the little girls. Then again, it's actually 3 little girls and only 1 man, so I guess it's not valid to say that.
let the duel commence.
The future is great.
The flesh
Root here. Embrace a new life.
rise to the challenge.
I think the last time there was a fight with him in story was between him and Luca. Yeah, not the child abuse. Yeah.
I've lost. According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you.
Now, here's the great question. Is this proof that Yan Li is actually stronger than Argenti? Or is this just saying that, oh, maybe Argenti had just a mishap and he's probably far, stronger than Yan Li, but because he was under the influence of the sword here, he was actually kind of debuffed too. Like, sometimes I cannot really understand the power scaling. You know why I'm asking? Because, wait a minute. Argenti, he has actually, well, multiple times done the impossible, if you think about it, and saved other characters. But here we are, him losing a duel with Yan Li of all people. So I think he's not under the influence. I think he literally just likes the sword. That's even worse then, because that means that he lost a full-fledged, he lost an honest duel from Yan Li. Okay, whatever.
But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyan's past experiences.
I mean, the Trailblazer beat him too. Wait a minute, it said duel. It said duel. I don't think Trailblazer was part of it. How about you watch how it plays out? Okay.
The sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, knight.
It's the soul of her father.
But
you've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone.
To be fair, Yan Li has done this 300 plus times. Yes, but she's not just fighting some guy possessed by a sword. She's fighting Argenti, a knight of beauty. Whatever. Argenti draws forth an ancient sword scarred from countless battles. Before all eyes, the blade rises.
Of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape.
Ancient sword scarred from countless battles. Before all eyes, the blade rises slowly, its edge dancing with a semblance of flames.
After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Has Argenti ever won a fight that we've seen on screen? I know he has saved us multiple times. He saved us from the first encounter when we met him from that massive monster. He saved, well, apparently he saved Aventurine. So it's not like he's not a seasoned veteran. And I don't think multiple times that he has fought with us was actually a clean victory. You know what I mean? Only now he actually admits that he has lost. Bro casually got beaten by a 13-year-old. Exactly. That's why I'm questioning it. He beat us the first time we fought with him, I think. Yeah, he did actually. Now that I think about it, we fought him 2 times. The first time he actually won.
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Yeah, I think it's worth a shot, Yanli.
Fine. Show me your past.
The knight understands the rules of knightly duels. He ceases arguing and instead eagerly waits for you and Yanli to listen to Gu Yun's past.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Now he's brand new here. To be fair, once more, Yanli is probably over 100 years old. Are we sure about that? Her grandpa claimed that he wanted her to have a childhood. If she's already over 100 years old, how is she still a child?
Is this your memory?
She's a Xianzhou native. Do we know when a Xianzhou native actually becomes an adult?
Intercepting sword technique.
Because I don't remember if they have any different, you know. Well,
it's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone.
we know Baoli is hundreds of years old already. Okay.
You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
But Bailu is with the other. Yeah, there is also that.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and wolf troopers never give up the hunt.
Xianzhou aids makes no sense, to be honest. Yep. Yes, but I don't think it's much different. Yeah, but still, you look, if we cannot actually have a proper time on when the Xianzhou natives become adults, then that doesn't really hold much when it comes to the question, how did Yanli have the power to defeat Argenti? Because for all we know, she might actually be 13. Or perhaps, let's say 16, whatever. Let's assume that she's actually on she's a teenager. Whatever. Still.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
Well, no, like how long ago did this stuff happen with her dad? It could be 10 years. If she's 16, it could be 10 years. Didn't Yanqing casually talk about centuries of things casually? I don't remember. It seemed like this happened a very long time ago. Okay. Hey, we're in Britain. True, we're in Britain!
The rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
Gu Yun though? Gu Yun is old. Well, okay.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisin army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here, but it seems like that Borisin pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the memory I just saw?
I'm saying she had more years to train like Yang Xin. Okay. Still, the timeline is a little bit messed up.
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight, stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borisin. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village...
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borisin. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair.
Okay. You're right, Midnight. It has been hundreds of years. If this guy was stranded there with this sword that was forged by her father for 3 decades... Yeah. Oh, I just realized this is probably Sam. Oh yeah, true that. There's also that. But anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, if this guy was stranded there for 3 decades, along with the sword that was forged from the father of Yan Li, then yeah. Apparently Yan Li must be like 100 years old or so.
This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borisin. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in. They just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their Beastmasters. You beheaded one of the Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borisin taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borisin cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely.
Excuse me? What are you on about?
I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still terribly long, and there will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
He's probably an abomination of abundance too. Oh, yeah. Now that makes sense. But he's fighting other abominations. Man, the guy really has some weird, you know, hand dealt to him. A Cienzo native with an also inflicted with abomination of abundance, and a sword that is actually forged with a heliobus in it. A cursed sword, that is. Quite the beast, this guy.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
Guyun be like, why'd you get stuck with this guy? Yeah. Why did I get stuck with this guy? Yeah. I mean, as you can see here, the guy was full of hope, but turns out he was like, yeah, I don't feel like staying here any longer. So I guess deep down was kind of an asshole.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
Sucks to be you. Bye-bye. Can you imagine?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them.
Have they, though?
But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children.
Abundance. Fuck.
I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
I take all of that back. He doesn't have a way to return. He's gonna transform into an abomination. Now I get it. Yeah, I was too quick to judge again. I think he means himself. Yeah. I figured it out.
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
Yeah, I think he's getting Marstruck. Yep.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. You left me there without ever looking back.
Thank you. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste? My old friend.
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore, so I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home.
Intercepting sword technique.
During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the Knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yoon Lee is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yoon Lee, I trust Guyin's experiences have changed your mind.
Jenna Huayan said this sword would change you.
That's why Grandpa hid it from me. So I wouldn't make a hasty decision. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword.
I see. Selfishness above all, yes. Well, even the sword was like, fuck. And I thought I would actually convince her. Yanli.
I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
Might be like, fair enough. Yeah. It could also be that.
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
You were remembrance.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
Something different?
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Yanli, I can turn you into a toaster. Yeah, that would be nice. By the way, this made me sob.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
What do you all think?
If that's what you want, I'm on board. Yeah, I'm down. You might as well ask Yu Yun's opinion. I'm on board.
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the driller's blessing, you could turn Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
Finally, you make your way to the Artisan Ship's Commission's Bended Armory, seeking the use of the forging furnace.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
I didn't turn him into anything. I just wanted to burn the fucker. Can you imagine?
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps?
Such beautiful illustration. Yeah.
You were completely determined when melting down the sword. So, why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the Lawfu?
Wait a minute, I just realized something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something just clicked with me. The prized possession, the memorial per se, of another planet that was basically the sword of the hero, or the heroes, that liberated said planet from wars, suddenly became the Cienzo's prize of the war dance. Do people of said planet agreed with this shit? Wait a minute, what the fuck? Oh yeah, by the way, the price of the war dance is, you know, the national treasures of another planet. What? I missed something, didn't I? I didn't pay attention to something. Why did that planet give the sword to the Cienzo? The Kalevala delegate agreed to it. Do the people of Kalevala agree to it too? Although doesn't the heliobus separate from the sword? That's also a great question. Notes is asking after. Yeah, that's what the delegation is for. The brown-haired guy in the suit represented the planet. I see. That's why the delegation was there. Okay. I understand now. I understand. But still, I feel like something like that wouldn't just be something that countries or planets, for that matter, would ever do. But okay. Yeah, that ancient thing that has cosmic value. I burned that shit because yes, exactly.
Oh, am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
You actually care for me, you little brat.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this.
Yeah, maybe if communication was actually running in the family. Who would have guessed?
But at least Guyen got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
If she reforges the weapon into something else, it won't have the same heliobus in it anymore, right? I don't know. The Wardens is an honor, a glory, mind you. Yes, but it's an honor and a glory for the Cienzo. Let alone the fact that people, technically speaking, you know, sword masters from other planets can participate almost as if it's the Olympics. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they can just, oh yeah, by the way, the prize for the Olympics this year will be the national treasures of, just say whatever country comes to mind. The national treasures of China, the national treasures of Greece, or of Britain, of Japan. Yes. It's not any drama if there is no miscommunication. True that. I guess it's part of the culture at the end of the day. It's not just some silly competition. It's well respected across the cosmos, not just the Cienzo. I'm not saying a silly competition. Technically speaking, actually, the Olympics is not a silly competition either. But besides that, yeah, you get what I mean. It was donated. I'm sure something like that has happened before. Kingdoms donating their treasures to a tournament for Cloud. Maybe, I don't know. Then again, the sword of the hero that liberated the planet sounds like a massive treasure to just hand over. But okay.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Having their artifact have a second life by having it represent Kalevala there would have given them more notoriety as well. I suppose, I guess it makes sense. Again, it would have actually, still, the treasures of a nation really is not something that you can just say, yes. It's again, I get the feeling that the majority of people would still prefer to have the treasure preserved in said nation. Or in this case, in said planet, instead of being handed over just because we want to have some clout for our nation.
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle.
I think the way those things are viewed depends on the culture. Yes, I suppose.
But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Let me explain to you this way. For example, South Korea was defended by multiple countries, including Greece. When the war was over, technically speaking, there was, you know, a debt of gratitude from South Korea to Greece, right? So we did got something symbolic per se. We got some of the soil of South Korea to keep it in our war museum. Not their fucking natural treasure. just saying, you know? It's again, this is a little bit far-fetched, but again, whenever I try to put it in the real world perspective, it just doesn't mix well. I'm being ridiculous right now. Do not take me seriously. I'm sorry for that. But again, I'm just throwing opinions around, I guess. You don't have to explain. I know why national treasures are important. I'm just saying in this exact context, in this culture. Okay. Yes, right. I guess we leave it at that, yeah.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Or in this case, it could be something that could have been tailored by said culture as a gift to another. It didn't have to be something that has historical value. It could have been something that had value per se as a gift, for example. And like, let me tell you something. I think I cannot remember which kingdom. Which kingdom was it? It was a kingdom somewhere in the Balkans. Anyway, there is a kingdom who actually has a crown. Said crown, it's actually a crown of great history for said nation. But the thing is, many people oftentimes question, why is it Byzantine? Well, it is Byzantine because it was created by the Byzantine Empire back then, from us, as a gift to the, you know, as a gift to said monarch who was about to be coronated. So, again, something being tailored as for a gift or to another nation is also a very possible thing. But taking something that already technically has value and giving it as a prize for the Olympics, let's say, again, far-fetched, but I guess that's the fantasy of it, I suppose. I could never take something out of your mouth seriously. I'm glad to hear that. I think because it is a sword, that makes it slightly different, and it is being used for the war dance. Not to mention, it doesn't originate from Kalevala. It was from the Cienzo. They were returning it in a way. Oh yeah? Tell that to the British Museum about the marbles of Parthenon. Anyway.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Even in such cases, most nations really do not just want to give treasures back.
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
Oh, okay, so the old man had a, you know, plan B. Different culture. Yes, okay, I get it. I guess we can blame the cultures and leave it at that. The British Museum could never, I know. Also, are you gonna say no to Agenti? Good question. Are you gonna say no to Agenti?
That's perfect.
Even if he gives you the puppy dog eyes. Exactly.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Man, I cannot. I'm breaking into laughter the more I think about it. Oh yes, let's give our national treasure as a prize. Yes. Man, you know what? It's 1 a.m. and I am tired. I get the feeling that it's the late of the time.
What brings you here?
That it starts to hitting my, it started to hitting me now. I really need to wrap up this stream. Especially because that famed hero was from Scienzo, not even Kalevala. So, okay, I guess this actually makes sense. Yes, of course they're returning to the Scienzo. I guess it makes sense. But how would they know he was from the Scienzo? Was he probably gonna express it? How throughout the hundreds of years, no government, no authority, no autocrat, no nobles whatsoever actually denied that claim, and they didn't say, oh no, this person is actually from this other planet, or he wasn't never from another planet, he was from us. Like here in the Balkans, which they constantly tried to convince people that Alexander the Great was never Greek. Whatever. Late night madness. Yes, it is that too. Scienzo deserved to have it back. Not realistic, Midnight. The Scienzo deserved it to have it back. It's not realistic, just saying. They knew he was called Cloud Knight. Okay. I guess you got me there.
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
What's this golden sapling? Why did you choose this place?
I come from a long line of Kalevala monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero.
And obviously Kalevala eventually reconnected with the cosmos. Yeah, true.
Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have never withered. We Kalevalans see it as proof of the hero's existence.
It reminds me from these small trees you get in Elden Ring, where you can collect the seeds in order to upgrade the Estus flask.
Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that golden tree, hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
I don't know how a different culture not so possessive of that kind of stuff is unrealistically, but okay. Let me tell ya. I guess a different culture not so possessive of that kind of stuff is unrealistically. I guess it's I don't know. Nations who are not possessive of their cultures, who are not resistant towards outside, influence, tend to actually be, well, conquered, actually. Sorry to say that, but yeah, they eventually get fused together with other countries, and it has happened to empires who were peaceful, and said peaceful empires ended up becoming conquered, yes. Unfortunately, a certain amount of selfishness, it's actually good. It's sad to say, but it is the truth. Like, let me tell you something. If for 400 years my clans had not resisted the Ottoman Empire, there wouldn't be any Greece now. Genuinely. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, maybe it's unrealistic to this Earth, but in perspective, the universe is massive. The Honkai Star Rail universe. Yeah, I'm not saying it's realistic to our Earth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, true. And that's essentially what the Scienzo Alliance does too. True.
That sounds good. We Scienzo people don't make coffins or set up memorials, so I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
Yes, because they are not followers of the Remembrance now, are they?
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument, so I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the Lawfu. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
She turned the sword into an instrument. Didn't she?
Now, you can also rest here, Guyen.
Swords to plowshares. Sword in stone, soul in sky. Finally, I completed all companion quests after 2 years. Say that again. No.
As a punishment for being an accomplice in this theft, General Huayan assigned me to guard this golden sapling and recite the story of the hero and this legendary sword to passers-by.
Okay.
This is not a punishment at all, and I gladly accepted it. Spreading the message of beauty to the Xianzhou residents is exactly what I desire.
Yeah, that's why this quest hit me, because she forged it into an instrument to be played by the wind. I anticipated as such. He said it so himself. So I'm glad he turned him into something like that. But I would have believed that he would turn him into a flute instead of into a guitar. It's not actually guitar, but I do not really remember the word for, you know, instruments with strings in English.
However, I plan to leave the Xianzhou soon and continue my travels. May our paths cross again in the vast cosmos.
Maybe the two heliobus-controlled Zethers can kiss. What? What?
I'm feeling a bit emotional. I'd like to stay here for a while.
It's something that can't easily be stolen. True.
Thank you for your guidance. I'm truly grateful. By any chance, would you be interested in taking sword lessons with me? Like March?
Hell yeah. Maybe not, I have my baseball. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't think I can endure the hardship. No. I wanted... Come on, sword Kalis, please. Why? Crap. Well, maybe not. I have my baseball bat. I can endure the hardship. Yeah. She doesn't have anything else to say, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, she dismisses us after that.
Now that my mission is accomplished, the delegation will be leaving the Xianzhou Lawfu soon. But of course, the experiences here will become an epilogue to the hero stories. This golden sapling will become a part of the everyday scenery of the Xianzhou. I believe it's what he would have wanted.
A flute would be too easy to pick up and run off with. At least that's my first thought, and it's gathered this way. I guess. Even though it would really be a pitiful theft, but still. I guess, well, at the end of the day, wouldn't that be stolen as well in the following years? There's another zither played by a heliobus in the fixed stroke garden. Ah, okay. So I'm wondering, what will Trailblazer get a proper weapon again? Good question. Oh wait, oh, the guy actually fucked off, okay. And an assuming ancient Gazeng. Its body and strings appear to be crafted from a unique kind of metal. Even without a human's touch, it occasionally bursts out notes as if humming an untuned melody for someone unseen. Well, I got my 100 jades, and that's what I really wanted. Complete companion mission: swords to plowshares, sword in stone, soul in sky. I generally don't have many more. I generally don't have any more missions now, do I? These are all the missions that are left in this game for me. I wonder if I actually have the time to ever complete all of them. Perhaps in another stream. Anyway. How many? Oh, for 5. I almost collected 1 more Stellar Jade tonight. Well, it is what it is. Let me go to somewhere more pleasant. I'm gonna go to Amphorius. There we go. Not this side. To ID's Elysiae. There we go. I mean, could be, but I'd definitely be easier to find. Yeah.
It's still early. Where to now?
Nice character development, Yanli. Thanks for the jades. Exactly. 105 including the achievement. Let's go. Yeah, it was actually worth it. We got a good story and we got 100 jades. What more could we ask? You can try to do an achievement real quick. Maybe there's a quick one you can do that will give you exactly 5. Okay, let's try one. I really wanted to finish the stream, but you know what? Might as well collect 1 ticket. This is for combat, so I guess not. This is blessings. Story of the Unyielding. What is this? Oh, defeat stagnant shadow. Okay, we're close to that actually. Moment of joy. Wonderful weather we're having. Time to wreck that fan. What the fuck? The legitimate dawn. How do you get that? Longest consecutive login days 135. Oh my. And the only reason why this streak was actually broken is because I couldn't log in when the game was updating. Yeah. Okay, how do you get this? I want to complete the moment of joy. Legate Don Quakechor. Quick shot, whatever. Okay, it's an achievement that can be unlocked by moving the bridges quickly to the Eye of Twilight of Honkai Star. See how to get it and its rewards for completion. Oh! Okay, you have to see that. Oh yeah, mine is probably 574 or so. I'm so jealous. I have been playing for 2 years and yet I haven't actually I don't have a big streak like you. Okay, Eye of Twilight. There we go. Eye of Twilight. Dome of Fortress. Fortress of Dome. Okay. Where in the hell could the... Okay, it must be around here. There we go. I need to find one of the elevators and start playing with it. Or one of the... Not this side. Not this side. Okay, perhaps it's not neither side of these. Man, fuck. I literally cannot remember where I can find one of these. Could it be in one of the rooms? Your total days are more than mine. I suppose. My total days, maybe. Where can I see my total days, though? That's a stupid achievement, I love it. Yeah, because I started way later. But my consecutive and total are matching. I have not missed a single day since I picked it up on January 14th, 2024. I see, I see. Bravo. Could it be in this side? Could be in this side. Oh, it was right underneath consecutive. You have 707 total. 707 total, wow. Man, I'm close to 1,000. There we go, found it. Okay, so here's the trophy right here. That was it. Just remix yourself with that bridge. Change the state of the same wind fan device 10 times in a short period. Yeah. There we go. Now we got one. We got one ticket for ourselves. Now we're properly finishing this
it's still early.
This stream.
Where to now?
But wait a minute. I want to look again at the there we go, moment of joy. True, total logging days 707. Login for a total of 365 days, yeah. And login for a total of 30. There we go. 135 in total in the longest consecutive login. Okay. So wow. I've been logging in for a long time. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'll stream again tomorrow midnight. Tomorrow I have the evening shift, so yeah, it is what it is. My internet will never allow me to. Yeah, I feel you, Luz. Anyway, Luz, Midnight, Wandering Shadow, thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for being here. Jacob, you were also here today. Thank you so much as well. Who else was here today? Well, anyway, I do appreciate you all dropping by, saying hello. I do truly. I am very tired. You should probably get some rest too. I'm gonna go get some rest myself. And tomorrow we have more Zelda Zone Zero because I really need to wrap up the events right before the new update comes. Okay? Bye-bye. Later. See ya. Bye-bye. Wrong tab. There we go. Later.